Hey, what's up guys? Rob of Rule of Two Review here, and I have been playing a ton of Call of Duty Advanced Warfare on the PlayStation 4, which you're watching quite a bit of footage of throughout this video, and I kind of wanted to touch on some of my quick and early impressions and feelings about the game. I am a huge Call of Duty fan. I always talk about that every year that a new game is coming out. At the early beginnings of Rule of Two Review on YouTube, I was actually posting a lot of footage of Call of Duty Ghosts, which was brand new at the time, and talking about how much I was a huge fan. You don't normally hear me talk about a game like that on the channel, but because Advanced Warfare just came out and it's a huge hyped release, as always, I of course was really excited to be able to capture a bunch of footage of it, play the game non-stop, because I happen to have some time off of work lately, and like I said, kind of make this video touching on my impressions. So far, this is of course the first Call of Duty I've been playing on the PlayStation 4. Ghosts I played on the Wii U, and then all the previous Call of Duties I was playing on the last generation systems. So, you know, my first Call of Duty on the PlayStation 4, and even though it's only been 2 days, I gotta tell you, it is freaking awesome. It very well could be my favorite Call of Duty yet. Now, I know that's a really bold statement, especially when you consider how unbelievably excellent both Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 2 are. As it stands right now, Modern Warfare 2 is my favorite Call of Duty game ever, and it's one of my favorite shooters of all time. You could certainly make the argument about how stale Call of Duty has gotten. The formula has been this last decade or so, you know, when it comes to something like Modern Warfare. But honestly, when you go back to those first two Modern Warfare games, when that Call of Duty formula was, when they really refined it, turned it into what it is today, and when it was brand new and revolutionary at the time, that's the reason that I still have such fond memories of those games, and specifically Modern Warfare 2. I think they hold up that well today. Advanced Warfighter, I always want to say Warfighter. I don't know why, Advanced Warfighter, but it's actually, well, that's because there was the Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter, so that's freaking why. Damn it, Ubisoft. Anyway, so Call of Duty Advanced Warfare has been doing an amazing job of possibly supplanting Modern Warfare 2 as the best Call of Duty I've played. I really have to applaud Sledgehammer Games. They've knocked it out of the park with this. You know, there's so much criticism, and it's always mired in so many conversations about how old and stale the formula is every time a new Call of Duty comes out. And a lot of times, even though I still love Call of Duty to this day, those arguments are founded. Like, there's a lot to be said for those being true, you know, actual complaints that have merit. It hasn't stopped me from loving the games, but like I said, they really are kind of actual problems that you could complain about. Modern Warfare, god damn it, I keep confusing these. Advanced Warfare certainly does feel like the first really big new fresh step for the series, and I can tell you why. It's because they finally have gone into a fairly legitimate, tangible future like they've been teasing us for a while. Now, Black Ops 2 was a really good game. It was a great Call of Duty game, don't get me wrong, but it really wasn't the future that I think they wanted us to believe it was. It was very much a faux future. I think it was set 10 or 15 years in the future, but it only felt like 2 years in the future. There was almost no tech or anything going on to really make you feel like you were playing a game set in a future with technology and, you know, weaponry and strategic mechanics that actually felt like something not of today. Advanced Warfare, for the most part, does feel that way in a lot of different ways. I don't even know what aspects to start with. I mean, it's definitely gorgeous. I think the game is absolutely fantastic and stunning. I've been playing pretty much an even keel of both the campaign and the multiplayer. I certainly am a multiplayer Call of Duty guy. I usually go through the campaign slowly over the course of the year or so that it's out until the next one comes out. This one, I am really invested in the story and the campaign, and I'm loving going through a lot of that. I've been going through it much quicker than I have the previous game, so that definitely says something. The way they incorporate the set pieces into the gameplay looks and feels better than it ever has before. I mean, I feel like a lot of the set piece moments are moments that would have been relegated to just being a pre-rendered cutscene and not very interactive at all. Whereas in Advanced Warfare, there's actually it is integrated so quickly and seamlessly into the action, and a lot of times they are fairly interactive, and it just looks stunning. It almost starts to look like a CG movie. It's just beautiful, and it feels great, and they make for really fun, engaging moments. So it's actually enhancing the story and the gameplay big time. Multiplayer-wise, it just feels great. I mean, the controls feel tighter and quicker than ever before. I think that the couple maps that I've played on so far are really well designed. They seem a little bit small, and that's one of the things that I really liked about Ghosts, is it went back to the larger maps of some of the Modern Warfare maps and the first Black Ops. You know, Black Ops 2 was great, awesome maps, but they were also tiny, and I really like kind of the bigger, more open ones. And as far as the few that I've played on Advanced Warfare, I'm going to say it's maybe 4 or 5 of the initial 12. They all seem to be fairly small, excuse me, fairly small in design overall. So again, it's okay because the maps are great. It's just kind of too bad that they're small because I'm one of the few people that seems to really like the bigger maps. A lot of people don't really like that for some reason, and that's fine. Gameplay-wise, I guess I'll go to the when it comes to the loadout system and the weapon system being employed in this game for the multiplayer, it is vastly improved, and it is because of the exosuits. The exosuits are the big X factor, quote unquote, you know. It's me trying to make a joke. They're the big X factor in the game, in the gameplay department, you know, certainly for the single player, but more so for the multiplayer. In the single player, you're doing cool exosuit stuff, but it's only when the game prompts you to, like, press up to use your shield, or down to use your shield, or press square to use the hover thing for a moment. And it's like, well, that's cool, but it doesn't feel seamless. You know, in the multiplayer, a lot of the abilities you get for your exosuit are stuff that you're actually equipping as a tactical advantage, and you use it when it strategically makes sense to do so. And just like your loadouts, your kill streak perks, your actual perks, the wild cards, which are kind of borrowed from Ghosts, where you're picking and choosing from a different menu of them for the ones that you like best for your gameplay style. Same thing with the exosuits. There's actually 2 different ways you can choose exo abilities. You know, like you can regenerate your health faster, you can silence your footsteps, you can use the shield. There's like probably a jump one, and it's really cool that there's this whole other element to how you can sort of, you know, personally customize your character's loadouts. It's like the 3rd or 4th new thing they've added over the last couple of Call of Duty games. I really like it, and I really can see a lot of deep customization going forward once I've been leveling up for a little bit. I think I'm like level 9 or 10 or so. Seem to be doing okay. First couple of matches weren't so hot, but that's always the way it is with the new Call of Duty, because when you don't know the map, you're terrified to move around, and you're just going to get shot in the back 100 times before you finally start to get good at it. But I got to tell you, after probably my 4th or 5th map, I actually started doing really well. I had a couple great matches, like 18-9, 14-3, which for me is really good. That's like, you know, usually the best I can ever do. Some people will go like 30-6, and like I've done that maybe twice ever in a Call of Duty game. I'm not that kind of good Call of Duty player. My average match is like a 12-8 kind of thing. Usually positive. My KDR is always positive, and yes, I care about my KDR in multiplayer. I don't care if you think that's dumb. To me, I enjoy that because I'm a Call of Duty fan. So there you go. But yeah, the exosuit stuff is great. And there's a lot of base abilities the exosuit gives you in multiplayer, which is also really cool. Actually, in single player also, you can use this great dodge mechanic left, right, and backwards. And it's if you press in the L3 joystick when you're moving in any direction, you get this quick dodge, very similar to the Metroid Prime games. And it is wonderful, very, very helpful. The kill streaks are awesome. This remote turret that you get, you know, to start off is really, really a lot of fun to use. I don't know, it just feels great. The exosuit stuff is great. The kill streak stuff is great. I really like the deep customization. I like the character customization much better than Ghosts. That was a big nightmare. There's a lot of stuff they give you right off the bat here. The other thing is that I've noticed is depending on when you pick up different supply drops and different upgrades as you get promoted throughout multiplayer, it seems like, and I say seems like because I've only seen this happen to one weapon of mine, that you actually upgrade certain weapons specifically to a new version of the same weapon. So not only do you have the ability to put attachments and things and perks on that improve your weapon performance and what they can do and yada yada, but you also can now upgrade the actual weapon itself to like a special Mark II or a Prototype 2 version of the same weapon, and it changes the stats a little bit. And I think that is really cool because it's more than just, well, take these things and put them on your gun and hopefully make it better, which you can do. You can also now do that to a whole different version of a gun you may already love. And for anyone who plays Call of Duty online, you know that is a huge component to why it's so great and fun and addictive, is because you really fall in love with a couple of weapons that just work for you and speak to you. And the more you can customize your favorite weapons, the more immersed you get in the game and the experience, and the more fun you have. And that's just why Call of Duty's great. I know people hate it, but, you know, those of us out there that really enjoy it, we know why it's great, and those are the things that I personally enjoy out of it. And Call of Duty is just straight up blatant fun, and there's nothing wrong with that because, and I've said this before too, because Call of Duty knows what it is, and it's not trying to be anything else other than what it is, which is just a great Call of Duty shooter military multiplayer experience, you know. However, with Advanced Warfare specifically, and I'll wrap up here, with Advanced Warfare specifically, it's great because you can tell they have spent way more time on the campaign single-player stuff for this than probably since Modern Warfare 2. And, you know, or maybe the first Black Ops, because that was pretty good. And they, you know, again, Sledgehammer gets major, major kudos for this. They did a great job. I love seeing them care about the campaign. I think that's wonderful. You know, the use of Kevin Spacey is great. He's always awesome whenever he's on. And I'm only like, I think in the 4th mission. I feel like I have a lot to go. And I know there's some surprise twists coming up. You know, someone who's good may be bad and someone who's bad may be good. Like, there's obviously a lot that they're going to be playing with your emotions throughout this, but it's just playing out so well. It just feels great. It looks great. The campaign's great. The story is engaging. The multiplayer is wonderful. The customization and the loadout system is better than it's ever been. I'm just gushing because I love Call of Duty, and this is the best one in a long time. Again, I'm somebody who did enjoy Ghosts. It wasn't the best, but I enjoyed it. I played it quite a bit. And this is definitely almost... It's on par with Modern Warfare 2. I'll have to, like, have another good several months with it, beat the campaign, and get deeper into the multiplayer before I can say if it's better. But I wouldn't be surprised if it was. And even if it's not, it's still saying something to be at least the 2nd or 3rd best Call of Duty. And that's definitely saying something. Also... Again, I've been playing it on the PlayStation 4. I kind of wish I got it on the Xbox One, which I just picked up because I realized that I like the Xbox One controller for this kind of game better. But I'm still loving it on the PS4. However, I would have preferred to purchase this on the Wii U with really good gamepad integrations. And plus, I just love the Nintendo community. So I definitely have to say to Activision and to Sledgehammer, I appreciate what you guys did with this game, and making it good, first and foremost, is the most important, but you also dropped the ball, and you kind of fucked up big time not releasing this on the Wii U, because a lot of us out there's a lot of Wii U gamers who would love to play these games on our systems going forward. Black Ops 2 and Ghosts did okay, and there was very strong communities for those games. It's really kind of shitty that I think you shunned this audience, because I'm someone, for example, who has all 3 next generation or current generation systems, Wii U, Xbox One, PlayStation 4. And I would have chosen, if given the choice, the Wii U version over PlayStation 4 and over Xbox One. And you denied me that, and I think that that's a shame, and you're bad. But at the same time, you still got my money because I still bought it on the PlayStation 4. And like I said, I love the game, so that's okay. So I think I'm going to wrap up there. Those are my thoughts and impressions. Hopefully you enjoyed all the PlayStation 4 footage and gameplay that I've been able to show today. There's some tutorial stuff in there, multiplayer stuff, campaign stuff. I'm loving the game. Like I said, if you're a Call of Duty fan, you will love this game. If you're on the fence about Call of Duty, I think you would still love this game, and it might make you a fan again. If you don't love Call of Duty, don't play this game. That's all I can say. You're not going to love this game if you're not a Call of Duty fan. And I don't think they will ever make a Call of Duty that will sway non-fans. But that's okay. You know, I think it's great that they make games for the fans and they know the things that we love and they do a great job every time. And this is maybe their best effort yet. Alrighty, so thanks guys for tuning into the video, my Call of Duty impressions. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully you're digging the game. If you are, definitely leave your thoughts and impressions below. I always like to hear from fans of the series and any game. I definitely want to know what you guys are thinking of it now that you've heard what I think about it. If you stumbled upon Rule of 2 Review, please feel free to subscribe to the channel. It helps me and the channel out big time. Like and share your thoughts about the game and Call of Duty below. Follow the links to the Facebook page, to the Twitter. And of course, thanks for tuning in, and I will also catch you on the next video.